Huh. Okay. Hello. I believe I'm now live on Twitch, YouTube, DLive and Facebook Gaming. So if you want to check us out on any of those sites, obviously you're on one of them, at least right now if you're seeing this. But if you want to check us on the others, our links are everywhere. This is the first time I've done this on multiple different platforms, so we've yet to see how this is going to go. In principle, it's no different to streaming on one. So, I don't anticipate too many difficulties in what we're about to do. Playing one of the best games ever, as you will know, if you've heard any of me speak ever. If not the best game, in my opinion. My humble opinion. But that doesn't matter right now. Right now we're jumping right back into it to see why I think it's the best game ever. Now if I remember right, we were... I didn't remember right. We were 24 hours in, that's right. Balls. My cup holder just ran away from me. Cup holder. Coaster, you know what I mean? Thing to put a drink on. Yeah, had we just finished Nine's story? I think we had, hadn't we? Yes, we had, because we're now here. That makes sense. So we're into unknown territory now, for a first time in 2-3 streams. They're taking back the Earth. Naturally. Who else is trying? Got that Attack on Titan shit. Tubi's ready for action. At long last, after... How long has it been? Like 10,000 years that this was happening? Of course, knowing what we know now, that slogan is very inappropriate for what's about to happen. But never mind, we shall save, because that's what we do. We save our game. Let's go talk to the commander. Of course, 2B doesn't know about the humans not existing anymore, does she? Nine's never told her. Wait, no, we'll talk at the commander. We're getting in a fight soon. Why would the commander be in the hangar? It's so silly. Off we go. If I remember, this is the shortest of them. There it is. I can't believe there's anybody that thinks this game is just about, like, the cute girl on the cover. It's crazy. You have to not even not play it, because there's a bunch of people who don't play a lot of it, like FF7 we've seen. There's a surprising amount of people who know literally fucking nothing. But there's plenty of people who don't play the games but still know a lot, because you get it just through, like, what would even the word be? Like cultural osmosis? Air defense system operation level 100%. Excellent. No, it's not. We're destroying it. That's a bad thing. Yeah, just through the process of being in a world full of people who have played it, when it's something amazing like Vix or FF7, or Dark Souls, or DMC3, or, you know, Cuphead, any of those, like, incredible games that, like, define a generation. The Witcher. There are certain things that everybody knows about the game, even if they've never laid eyes on it. It's astonishing to me that people don't know about any kind of the actual level of depth that this game has to it in every possible area. In the gameplay, the music, the story, the characters. Engels, what's up? No? Voodoo. Let's get on him. And then just run off him, apparently. I get not everyone's going to think it's as good as I do. That's fair.
The target is thought to be in a high location with good network reception. Try examining the rooftops of buildings.
I know where it is. It's up here, it's on top of Engels. Well, that's not great, is it? We can't do everything. Particularly appropriate to be playing Platinum's best ever game right now. Because we've got what could be the next best one coming out soon, thanks in part to myself. Because I've just backed the wonderful 101 on Kickstarter, as has everybody it seems who has even heard that it might be going on to Kickstarter. I've never seen it, like, even the most amazing projects in the world, I've never seen anything blow up the way that this has. Compared to how it sold originally, at least. Like...
Is she serious?
Wait, where am I? Physics. Like, I remember when, obviously, Cuphead came out and it kind of like blew up and everybody was amazed at what they saw. There was Kingdom Come Deliverance, was the other big Kickstarter success that I remember.
You destroyed it again.
What?
You have to hack them.
Oh.
Hack. They'll substitute another enemy soon, so try again.
I wasn't listening, as you could tell. Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance blew up and that was really good when it came out. Didn't set the world on fire, but it was really good. And that got like over $1 million, didn't it, really, really quickly. But Wonderful 101 is a game that's already out and has been for a long time. And I think its lifetime sales was something like 15k. So, I know it, I mean, I suppose it's because it was little known at the time. Platinum weren't the enormous name that they are now. They didn't have things like Bear. I think they had Bear 1, didn't they? When Wonderful 101 came out? Was that before or after Bear? I'm pretty sure it was after Bear. But Bear 2 wasn't out, definitely. This wasn't out. Astral Chain obviously wasn't out. People didn't know the Platinum name and brand the way that they did now. And it was obviously on the Wii U, as I said. Which, who fucking played the Wii? Or the Wii U? Especially for those types of games. Like, if you're going for, you know, Mario Sports Party or whatever, sure, it's the family-friendly one, the weird thing that you and your grandma play. Oh. But no, if you're going to play a game like Wonderful 101, which is one of the best character action games ever, it's amazing how good it is.
Defensive system operation confirmed to be declining.
It's up there, it's genuinely up there with Bayonetta. I like Bayonetta more for a couple of reasons. But a big one of them was the Wii controllers, as opposed to even the Switch controller. Oh, look, if you never learn to jump on this roof, you have to learn now. And I fucked it up. Fuck off. Oh, you just came after me. That's convenient. Yeah, one of the big reasons I put Bayo above Wonderful 101 as a game was because of the controls scheme. But overall, it's probably just as good, if not better, game than Bayonetta, and maybe we'll see how good it is when it finally gets remastered now.
What is it?
Make sure to do whatever is necessary to avoid combat.
How will I provide support to the squad if I don't fight?
Scanner units such as yourself are not designed for battle.
Aw, are you worried about me?
No, I'm merely pointing out that you would be a liability on the battlefield.
Wow, that's harsh.
Pretty harsh. So yeah, psyched for that. One of 4 games that I backed this week on Kickstarter. I like to keep up with them. I like to find new and interesting things to play. I still haven't got around to playing some of the other Kickstarter stuff that I did. I'm still waiting for Subverse, as I think we all are. A proper porn game would be fun, instead of just the like kind of still good but like very soft stuff you get out of Japan mostly. Obviously there's lots like very, very hard stuff you get in Japan, but not many porn games that are actual games. They're more, you will get either porn with a hint of game or game with a hint of porn. You never get equal measure of both, which hopefully is what Subverse will actually be. It's what it seems to be. So I'm looking forward to that.
Come in.
9S here, go ahead.
Just about wrapped up here. How about you?
Just one left, I think.
Roger. Be sure to head back to the bunker when you're done so you can sync your data.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Until your combat data is uploaded, none of the scanner models can run updates.
Okay, I'll take care of it as soon as I'm done here.
Appreciate it.
It's strange. Why would that be the case? They all need to be there in order for any of them to update, that's all.
Looks like everything.
Proposal. Unit 9S should not lose if Unit 2B before the combat situation worsens.
Sounds like a plan.
That sounds like a plan.
Point on the map. There.
What? What was over there then? Alright. None of my business. But yeah, you always... Like, this has very little sexual content in it, honestly. There is one over there that I'm going to go take down if I can. I think it's just the thing that landed, but we'll try it. It's still at 23% operational. Yeah, Subverse might be a good mixture of both. Hopefully, I'll actually be able to stream it without getting banned off everything. Which I doubt.
It's not possible to hack directly into the target reliant box machine platform. Special software protection detected. Enemy using access from any other machine platforms. Proposal. Unit 9S should underview a smaller enemy and use it to hack the large one.
A little multi-level hacking, huh?
Okay. I don't remember this. That's kind of cool. What else did I back? Cretaceous Seas. That would look really fun. It's a hand-drawn 2D platformer about a woman escaping a Jurassic Park style world. Looks pretty fun. Again, heavily sexual content in it, which is always if you'll pardon the pun, a turn on for me. Laser, we've heard about plenty. Big publisher behind that one. It hasn't got backed yet, but I'm pretty sure it will. And even if it doesn't, it's probably easy enough money to survive. And then finally, a new monster battler, whose name I cannot now recall, but check my Twitter and you'll see it. Essentially, yeah, is what it is. It's supposedly the first open world monster battler, with some very obvious allusions to the weaknesses of Pokemon games these days. A lot of the selling point for it was that it's a adult targeted one, not sexual, but more complicated, bit deeper, a bit more dark and difficult, more challenging. Obviously open world, like it said, lots more monsters, the combat more in depth instead of just being type scumming, which is all Pokemon is really. It's all at most actually most monster battles I can think of, even the weirder ones from Japan, like what was I playing, the Monster Girl one. I'm probably going to do a Taco Hour anyway, so you'll see a bunch of them, but it'd be nice to have a monster battle that's a bit more complicated. I think it's still turn-based, but be interesting. I believe that one is already backed as well. Cretaceous Seas, we're still waiting to see if it gets backed. But the others, obviously, Balls didn't know there was a line there. Yeah, Wonderful 101 backed instantly. Well, pretty much instantaneously. Put the enemies in the area so I can fight them, Jane. Yeah.
System fully offline. I knew you could do it.
I always do.
That really was brilliant work, which means I've got a special surprise for you. I'll leave it in my room so you can pick it up later.
A surprise.
It's self-destruct. We don't need that no more. Yeah, I think the Monster Battler and Laser are still waiting to get fully funded. I'm not sure about Cretaceous Seas, I haven't looked at it. I don't think it has been though. Wonderful 101 instant, as we said. So Verse coming along nicely. I'm going to do another video on Mysteria, Occult Shadows, that came out. We did one before that got surprisingly high levels of interest. Given we're a channel that only just hit 40 subscribers, thank you, everybody. It got way more views than you expect. So, I'll probably do another one of those, because I'm kind of interested to keep going with it anyway. And I also backed Strength of the Sword Ultimate, which had the saddest email I have ever read in my life sent from the devs after it was finished. That I think they said they're never going to work together again. It's broken them physically and emotionally. One of them isn't even want to be in game development anymore. And the other guy's going to do smaller projects that isn't heavily involved. The whole email was about how they were so excited and so gassed when they first did the Kickstarter, and that then they promised too much and went too far, and as it went through they didn't understand how big a task it was, and that the delays and things breaking them up. They didn't want to work together anymore, barely wanted to be friends anymore. They were giving out refunds to people because they gave up on some of the tasks because they just couldn't do them. It's heartbreaking. So, but I do want to play the game because Strength of the Sword is actually really fun. Arena battler type thing. So I'll probably do that. I'm going to keep trying to do. I'm going to keep backing things on Kickstarter, and I'm going to keep trying to showcase them as part of the channel, because I think it's good for you guys to see some new, interesting stuff coming out. We all want to support small creators, small streamers. Get fucked. Another very kind message there from the Council of Humanity. Evil bastards. I feel like anything called the Council of Humanity would have to be evil, wouldn't it? That one doesn't do as much because we're in not 3D, you know what I mean. We're in a different kind of battle mode. Got it. And my health's back. So I recover so quickly with these chips. Hero Land. Naturally. Kind of evil looking though. Yeah, we back as 2B at last.
The operation is underway. A few squads have already engaged the enemy.
A new lighting engine.
Guerrilla unit that provides support as necessary. I forwarded our squad's current positions to you. You should head over there ASAP.
Sounds good.
It's gonna kill some shit first. Get used to 2B again. She's never fought shit like this. Well, she did, but only very briefly at the end of a long time ago. Up some items. I don't think anything useful, but stuff nonetheless. Weapon attack plus 4 and plus 3. Could both small and large gears. It's not bad. Anyway, let's go get whatever it is we're getting. I honestly forget this bit. Yeah, we'll go for the left one first. Head back around that way toward the resistance camp. I forget this one because this is the bit I've played least, obviously, because it's the shortest part.
This is 4B, Captain of Vanguard Squadron Alpha. We're being worn down by a fierce enemy attack.
This is Guerrilla Unit 2B.
Run, and thanks.
Leader 2B. Got him. Should probably have worked hard at upgrading our weapons, shouldn't I? Not because we need them, just because it could be fun to read them all, which I don't think we're going to be able to now, are we? We're kind of out of the... not the fun part, you know, but... I think we're getting to the point where all the endings are not going to be available for us. Oh well, hopefully I can still get the true ending, if you like, without getting all the others.
Thanks
What?
for the assist.
We're heading out to support other squadrons.
We'll join you and provide further backup.
Yeah, squad up. This is where we go.
This is Unit 8B with Attack Squadron Omega. We've gained control of our assigned zone. Heading out now to provide support elsewhere.
Quick save. And then go. So I think there's no, it's not quite a mini boss, but there's a tougher one here.
Squadron. The enemy machines are multiplying in front of us. We can't hold this position.
That all I have. Missile and the scanner. Yeah, that's not as good as the Gatling laser. Kind of wish I had the area one now, the Judgment Cup. It'd be way more useful against these enemies. No, we're gonna lose our allies. Don't get killed. Leave it to me, you're too weak, you can't handle it. You guys, get away from him.
We'll join you, if that's all right.
Here, I can't see a thing.
No one can see a thing. Yeah, we're in a battle.
I thought Eve's network was destroyed.
All we can do is fight.
Doesn't make sense, does it? Unless there was a second one. Second network, obviously, both the robots were killed. But what's the quickest way back up here? Can I just yeah. Come on, team. Follow your leader. You will defeat the machines once and for all.
This is Unit 7B with Vanguard Squadron Delta. We're currently pinned down by a number of machines that appear to have lost their minds.
This is Unit 2B. We're heading over that to block the wall.
Roger, 2B.
Is that guy called Sin is Destiny? Are you trying to use the laser when it's not charged up? I don't know why. Why does he keep spinning my camera over that direction? My god, this game of combat is good. Just need to, apparently, yeah, that's the other thing I was going to say earlier, that with the announcement of the Kickstarter for 14101 Remake, whether it's a remake or a remaster, whatever, they said it was one of 4 projects that Platinum were working on.
2B, we sighted new enemies in the region.
New enemies?
Got an attack squadron Omega that's surrounded and are giving them one hell of a fight.
Where?
Can you get over there and provide support ASAP?
Of course I can. Anything for you, operator. What did you think it was going to be like, Nines? But yeah, they said it was one of 4 projects, so hopefully a remake of the original Nier be in there. Do you think? Probably not. You were pinned down by this, look at them. They're fucking useless.
They came out of nowhere. We were fighting for our damn lives.
I just realised I probably missed out on a lot by not reading notes and things as we were going. What's happening here? I don't know why I've come out of it. What's happening here? The 1930s, we want our language back. No.
I'll provide backup.
No, my visual sensors are fucked.
They have visual camouflage?
What?
What's going on here? I have to protect 2B.
I can hack them. Can you hack it? I can. Shit. I was going the wrong way the whole time. That time I wasn't even doing it to hack, I was trying to do a heavy attack because I'm used to 2B controls again now. No, not that. Why would you lock on turn? going on here? There's too many of them. I've got no controls. I've got no dodge. I got no jump. Oh, I've got jump back. Even pod's breaking down. I think it's over for us here. Let's resume. I forget what you're supposed to do there. You're supposed to hack one of the things. If I remember right, the first time I did this is where the game bugged out for me for the first time. There was an old PC bug as well for this. Just talking about bugs in this game. There was an old PC bug where
They have visual camouflage?
yeah, that the area would load so quickly, or that you would move so quickly, and the game wasn't optimized for it, so that you would actually just run into a big empty space where there was supposed to be map, but which hadn't loaded in yet. I never encountered that one myself, but then I played it on PS4 the first time, and very few of the bugs actually happened on PS4. Yeah, I kept being in the hacking rings, and I need to not be in the hacking ring. Where did I lose all this health? So annoying, can block my shots effectively with his orb. My mind was very, very confused by what it just looked at. Looks like. So when I say the combat's easy, there's moments that are kind of confusing, and therefore difficult in this. Yeah, hacking is the problem. It does seem like a big weakness that not enough people in this world had exposed, either the robots or the android. Hopefully that hits the one next to him as well. Just while we're battling things, waiting for a bit of progress, outside of video games, I've started reading Call of Cthulhu. Appropriate at the minute with the Lovecraft controversies. What's it called? Fate of Cthulhu, that awful Lovecraftian first-person shooter shit. or whatever it's going to be. It looks first-person shooter from what I've heard of it. I don't think it is though, is it? There we go. I just had to not let them kill me.
You okay?
It's pretty good. It's amazingly short for what you hear about it. I mean, I kind of knew they were short stories, but there's some of them that are like 10 pages, not even that. Hmm.
The EMP must have triggered it. I gotta do something. I have to save
How do I save 2B? Which one's 2B? Not that one. This one. That was cheating. He hid behind me. I did it. That's not what you want. Get your mic? Okay.
Take it over.
No. What? Attack functions aren't working.
That's because of your IDs. To me, I need to hack into you and fry your identification circuits.
Do it.
It's lucky. I think I got hit though. This is definitely quicker than that side. Good.
Report our status to command. Damn it.
To me, I located the unit that's jamming our comms.
Why is this one so strong? Damn it, they're all really strong now. Really feel that using pod is my best option here. Oh, you just don't take hits then. Okay. You just don't get hit stunned at all. Yeah, got a couple of levels. Good timing too. I don't know what I'm doing. I keep trying to use like a force field attack thing that I don't have. They just take no hits done at all. Fuck off. How many are there? Come on, they're all lined up. Fuck off. It's too slow. I do feel like this is one thing there weren't enough of in the game, fighting other androids. Are those actually all... Yeah, they are. Yeah, I just need to run, don't I? We need to tell the commander. I feel like I was there for a long enough time the first time I played this. Hope 9S is okay. I'm sure he's fine. So actually, just because I'm noticing, and use that. And yeah, I got no plug-in chips. Was it because I died? I think it's because I died, wasn't it? Oh well, I guess we switch them up. Weapon attack +4. Let's put that in. Ranged attack. Couple of them. Shockwave I don't care about. I don't care about defense. Where's my HP up? +4. Auto heal +4. Deadly heal +5. I think is good. What else? What did I just put in? I put offensive heal, deadly heal, and auto heal, right? No, I put HP up. What's offensive heal? 15% of damage dealt. Probably not worth it, is it? Evade range, moving speed, drop rate, EXP gain. That's an EXP gain. We'll overclock a little bit. How much room do I have left? I've got 12 left, so a moving speed. I wonder why my health wasn't coming back. It's because I died, wasn't it? Actually, is my body still over there? I should probably go recover it. Right? Is that a thing? I probably can't now, I'm too big again. Oh, yes I can, there it is. I'm an idiot. I don't die very often. Sue me. We shall retrieve. Yes, I would like to, please. And thank you. Get 900 XP for picking up my own body. Are you sure? Oh, look at it. Can't hit 2B. I don't even know if the chips I just put in are better than what I took out, but they were working for me at the time. Don't like not having the skirt, but the skin tight pants are pretty good too.
The jamming is coming from that thing.
Oh, they're still hitting me as well. Of course they are. Shit.
That should take care of the jamming.
Yeah.
Send an emergency distress signal to command.
Alert. Connection lost. Unable to reach command.
What?
Still jamming us?
Signal reception is clear. Connection lost due to server-side authentication failure. No responses coming from command on HL.
What happened to the bunker? Can't keep doing this forever.
To me, I have an idea. It's possible to access the bunker through a backdoor in the system. I can use that to initiate an emergency upload of our personal log data. Then reset our black boxes to self-destruct and take them all out at once.
Sounds good.
Data upload 30% complete. 50% complete. We just hit 70%.
Wish my internet was that quick.
Almost. We're at 92%. To me, your black box. Lock data upload complete.
Let's do this. Nines. No. We can do it. Hollow victory, but I think it's a victory. I think that's pretty much it for this chapter, isn't it? Ending C. Not quite, there is a bit more, but the bulk of it's done.
We have to report back to command.
Wait, can I save? No, I can't save. Wait, yes I can. I was going to keep one on there, wasn't I? Oh well. Oh, there's the war that's happening. I'm the commander.
Commander. 9S. What are you doing here?
Your units on the ground were infected by a virus. We had to detonate our black boxes in order to stop it.
A virus? What are you talking about? None of our ground units reported anything about a virus.
That's because all communication with the bunker has been severed.
And why did you leave the battlefield anyway? I didn't order a retreat. We're telling you, you're coming on for third. No. If anyone is acting infected here, it's you.
What?
2B, 9S. You're being detained under suspicion of virus contamination.
Why?
Wait a minute!
What do you think you're doing, Commander? Whose voice was that? Commander!
Commander, we have to go.
They got us good, guys. They really did. Hello?
The doors! Did the virus infiltrate the bunker itself? Operator, what?
That's not the operator. How is that even possible?
Stupid evil robot. Do I just need to leave, or am I having to kill all of these first?
2B! It's open!
No, I have to kill them. I did have to kill them. I'm not just going crazy. Just going to check on the stream. You guys obviously know how it's going, but I don't. I'm kind of concerned. Because I'm paranoid like that. Just watch this lovely scene. Lovely heartwarming moment for us all. Bear with. So, the Super Bowl. Apparently, they were dancing shit. Yeah, we are. Yeah, apparently there was some dancing or something. I don't know. Didn't watch it. Not American. Well, anyway, I need to get out of here. Cheating bastards. What? It's weird given that there's a... One of the endings in this is to self-destruct whilst in the bunker and kill everybody. But basically that would be way quicker for us right now. But we have no backup now.
The bunker is lost. You have to evacuate. But tell me, why were you two infected? I don't know.
It's probably because I deferred our data station.
Yeah.
Some weird noise in the bunker server data, so I paused the upload.
I see.
The transport terminal is corrupted. We need to get to the hangar and get some flight units.
Commander, what are you talking about? Wait, who was... I think that was the bonus I got for destroying them all earlier. Why is there so many of them? I'm debating how much of this game I should do. I'm going to try and do... Obviously I'm going to finish the main ending. But how many of the side endings and stuff I should have bothered to do?
Commander, we need to get
I don't know.
documents from the hangar and get out of here.
So hurry up. Stupid woman. Can't you see? There's a crisis afoot. No.
Hurry! I'm staying. I can't. Commander! I'm too synced up with the server. An IS can hack into your systems and... There's no time. You two are the last remaining members of your home. It's your duty to survive.
Commander.
Besides, this is my command. Let me at least fulfill my duty to the end.
But with a bit of honor.
This place is lost.
That's an order!
I love little cutscenes like that that are shown. It is the end. Just with the in-game models just moving around in a normal scene. I love it so much better than the cinematic stuff. There's the genie Yokotaro himself. Also a very, very talented guy though. Another very talented individual. The bunker is gone. Yours is gone. Humanity is gone. Everything's gone. And here we are, hurtling toward the earth at a crazy pitch. Back to a robot putting oil on his brother. Where it all started for us. Well, not all of it, but the particular bit of story we were in a little while ago.
Alert. Multiple pursuers detected. This signal. It's yours.
Oh no. These are our former allies. Why isn't that one dying? Can they just not?
I need to take over your control.
You need to what?
Getting us out of here.
Okay.
Flight control transfer to Unit 2B.
Flight control established for Unit 9S. Setting automatic course. Entering escape route for combat zone.
Wait, what are you? No! Stealth button released.
You're on Unit 2B's stealth function unlocked.
Wait. 2B! 2B!
I hope one day I have the courage to die so someone else can live. But I doubt it. It's not my A game really. My A game is living so someone else can die, really.
Critical damage to flight unit.
Yeah, I know.
Agent immediately.
Gotta find a way to land this thing.
Nothing I can do against this.
Alert. Reactor core temperature rising. Alert. FMCS and NSCS systems unresponsive. Analysis. Offensive functionality lost.
God damn it.
2B was beaten.
Alert. Multiple enemies confirmed.
And they're closing in on it. Paul's got our back though. You know, well, that seems like cheating, but okay. I had no idea where I was there, by the way. Victory. I read that when the English.
Detected.
Oh no.
Administer vaccine immediately.
I can still fight a little bit. But I shouldn't. I should keep running. Get away from the enemies and just go.
Contamination rate up to 16%. Malfunction detected in NSCS circuit.
Have to keep it from spreading to other androids. Pod, give me a location that's low on android signals.
Searching.
One last look.
The area near the abandoned commercial facility meets the desired parameters. Alert. Your high unit 2B will sustain serious damage unless the virus is eliminated.
No shit.
You don't say.
I want to be. Move it. Yeah, I heard when the English first landed in Japan, and they brought obviously muskets, firearms, and things with them. The Japanese were amazed by how good a weapon it was, and were shocked at how, and were like massively critical of how terrible a katana is as a weapon. Which seems wrong to me, given how awesome a katana is. I'm not going to get away from these guys unless it lets me sprint and shit. Thank you. Just on, right on cue. Now they can't catch me. I have the power of upskirt. Oh no. I'm slow again. Don't shoot me. Leave me alone. No. Fuck off. Ah. Get off. 2B, move. I can't move. Pod's doing shit all as well. How am I supposed to get past if I can't run? I have no attack abilities, all I have is Pod's gun, and Pod's gun is shit. Thought starting the self-destruct thing might help, but it didn't. Do I have to just do this? Run away and snipe them out with Pod? Well, that would suck. I can't even get up there because I can't jump. Fuck. Come on. Fuck off. I can't make it there if it's not going to let me jump. I like that it even affects the menu and stuff. It's really cool. Let's go. Oh no. I can't even use a pod now. Save me, Moose. I don't think it's gonna. Oh, it's okay, they left me alone. You were too late, Moose. Obviously, it hits certain thresholds when you get to certain places, regardless of where it was. Even my pole screen's fucked. To be. It's over. This is sad. This is sadder than most, like, death scenes. I can't defend myself. To be. What? You. What are you doing here? Yeah. And also no, because I don't have any of my abilities or anything. I have the ability to turn invisible when I spin. That was a good finish. Always looks cooler when they cut it off you. How strong would you have to be to do that?
Take care of everyone for me. Take care of the future. And you.
Because weapons have memories in them. They're linked to the machine. I think it said that somewhere, that they're actually programmed to work with you, so they have a bit of your memories in them, which is really cool concept. Or I suppose adaptation of that old concept.
Black box signal
What on the map?
alert. Large-scale ground thrillers detected.
No one cares.
Ground soil structure is no longer stable. Cause is
Could be.
Evacuate immediately.
Not going to do that. We need to save 2B. Unfortunately.
To me. To me. Are you? No.
Nice.
I'll tell you.
Just the fake city we saw earlier. A little bigger now. Once again, more questions than answers. What a development. Wonder if one of the games could be a sequel to this, to complete the Nier trilogy. 2 weeks later.
Black box signal for your high unit 2B offline. Death confirmed.
Yeah.
Data exchange engaged.
Your high unit 9S has completed repair and reconstruction of all damaged areas. Unit is ready for reactivation.
Your high unit A2 also ready for reactivation.
Proposal. Eliminate surrounding area.
Analysis. Units 9S and A2 are safe.
No problems detected.
Only one issue remains. We comprise the URHA support system.
Yeah.
If the A2 and 9S units are operational, we are required to attend and support.
Agreed.
Display positions of units A2 and 9S.
Who do we go for? I think we go for A2 because we haven't yet. So, in case you didn't realise it, never mind, there you go.
Activation of unit A2 confirmed. Good morning, A2.
She's also not bad looking.
Tactical support unit pod 042. This pod has been tasked with providing firing support for your
The hip movement is what makes it, isn't it?
I didn't ask for help.
Affirmative. No request was received from unit A2. Rather, it
Well, it's unnecessary.
your high unit A2 lacks the authority to override this order.
So yeah, we taunt. And it builds up like rage. So, we don't know what that thing is. See?
Proposal. Unit A2 should state her intentions.
Why the hell would I do that?
In order to provide optimal support, pods must be supplied with data relating to the activities of supported units.
Not happening.
Let's quick save. Wondered if that thing's actually attacking me there or not. Seems it is. It's taunting me a little bit.
Proposal. Unit A2 should state her intentions.
What do they just say?
If an attending support unit is not provided with data related to the activity of its target, it is programmed to automatically repeat the request every 30 seconds until such data is available.
Are you kidding me?
Proposal. Unit A2 should state her intentions. Needlessly repeating conversations on the same topic is a waste of energy resources.
You're the one who keeps talking.
I'm not sure what taunting does.
30 seconds have passed. Proposal. A2 should state her intentions.
Stop! My intention is to beat the hell out of every goddamn machine I can find. Is that enough for you?
Affirmative. Scanning and marking unknown machine platforms included. Goliath class enemies detected in desert area. Proposal. Goliath class enemies should be destroyed.
Tell me.
Pods are not authorized to issue commands. Proposals are given recommendations based on data provided by Unit A2. Proposal. Unit A2 should state updated intentions in order to secure more usable data.
Shut the hell
Negative. This pod is engaging in activity based on the final order of Unit 2B. Your Unit A2 lacks the authority to issue commands.
just say anything.
Affirmative.
Acting on the final orders of A2. Or 2B, sorry. Who is now kind of with us. Victory. Now let's see what that weird thing we shot was. Ow, ow, ow. You could have just asked me to stop, you know. You're A2, aren't you? It must be fate that we ran into each other, and since you're here, you might as well buy something. Alright. No, I'm good. Look forward to serving you again. How's that? Want to know where I live? No. Well, I live deep, deep underground. Picture something deep, then go deeper. Feel free to visit me anytime you want. Alright. Let's head off to the desert, shall we? See what happens. Okay, going just over an hour now. Made good progress, I think. We haven't reached an ending yet, though. Yeah, A2. Never mind, just be careful out there, yeah. Only one piece. What can I do for you? Nothing. See ya. Bye. I like the look of it too. I like this kind of like. I know it's supposed to be like one down, but it looks like kind of like a 90. So I wonder who this A2 is. What could she possibly want? Other than to just kill robots, like you said. Oh yeah, you have that weird boost mechanic. I don't really know what it does. I don't really remember. I'm sure there was a time when I knew. I don't anymore. So, yeah, 2B is dead. 9S fell into a hole, but we are informed by Pod that he's alive. And now 2B's memories and instructions reside here with A2, who looks remarkably similar to 2B in many ways, particularly with the short hair. I forget which boss this is. I think it's the big. Is it like the big one that we fought right before we fought Eve? The big flying like snake one? I think it is, isn't it? I think this now also gives us access to this desert side quest. Well, it's over in the corner where we can take the pictures for the girl. But I don't really remember. I love that A2 is included in this after 2B goes. Like, they didn't... I guess you didn't have to kill 2B, but this keeps it mysterious and keeps it interesting. It adds a whole new element. It brings in the whole background that we were getting hints of, but nothing major. About what happened with Yora before 2B and 9S. Oh yeah, the leg ones. Right. Can't really see what's happening there again. And done.
So much for the lab class. Let's start.
Yeah, they do. Just throws you straight into a boss. It's different. It's more like the one a snake thing made up of the one 2B fought. Hegel.
Yeah, that's real helpful.
Alright, I feel like this was really difficult the first time.
Guess it's too bad I'm not immune to all of them.
Yeah, I can self-destruct and go berserker. Get what that does though. Limited release. I assume it's just more damage, right? But at the cost of health. Obviously at times having real difficulty identifying where I am relative to where they are. Yes, we know. I'm doing it. She's not a fan of pop. Here at Games of Babylon, we are a fan of pop. What is even happening in front of me? I'm just dodging in every direction. What? Where did you come from? At the edge of the map. And to avoid getting hit, so my health comes back a little bit. This is a good boss. I like this boss a lot. Beam. I mean, do I wish there was a bit more to the melee side of it? Sure. But can't have everything. Damn it. Beam goes up. The fuck is he? Come on. I'm doing damage. We're getting there. Just a bit of a slow burn of this boss fight. That's a bad idea, isn't it? Knocking now. Stop letting it hit you. The stun locked in this is incredible. Mercy. Over there. There we go. Done it. The MP attack. Yeah, that would make sense. It's good that you don't lose the mechanic now, even when you're playing as AT. I wonder how they do it with a sequel. If they did, they'd probably go for completely different characters, right? A completely different setting. Like Nier to Automata. Probably with different mechanics. What? Created, wipe out humanity. That's what it said. Robots' memories? Hmm. Continue to observe and dispatch if necessary. That was order 2B was given by the commander.
Give us two buns in, I'll make 2 chicken and lettuce buns. You don't want to put it in our contact to work tomorrow.
Did I get hit 3 times then? Pretty sure I didn't. I like that there's no consequences for failing too badly here, but it'd be annoying to have to repeat. How interesting. So some stuff has happened to A2. This conversation's amazing. I wish we could do that. What would happen? Steins Gate goes into it a little bit as well. Only in 1 or 2 lines though. Shall we jump between the two? I think we should. Odd one life fiction. Period to review the mental state of 9S. Acknowledged. Probably a good idea. So let's see what happened to Nines after he repaired himself. Fell into a pit. No, other way around. And look who it is. Having them look at him like that is, yeah, it's exciting. I really love Devil and Poplar. They're a really cool pair of characters. In many ways, it's a shame that not as many people played the original, because they are kind of like significant in this universe. They're rare now. Well worded, Pop. That's all. I don't remember. Interesting. Yeah, that's a huge plot point. I don't remember if it forces you to go into it or if you just have to, or if it's all optional. But their backstory is in this game. Sure thing. Try and get a good look as they go invisible, but see, they're basically the same character model, just with different hair and different clothing, because they're twins. Also, I think the flower is meant to be a reference to Drakengard 3. Not directly, but also, no, I can't run here. I have to walk. Now I can run. You seen these folks, perchance? No, sorry. They were part of my squad, but I lost contact with them and they went out for field research. Anything's happened to them. Let's put it bluntly, if they're dead, I need to know so I can mourn them properly. You tried searching for them? I don't myself, but my monitor systems are heavily damaged some time back. Still, I can't stop wondering what happened. We'll help him out, won't we? You will? Sure. Give me an idea where to start. Last time I heard from them, they're in the flooded city. Give me their ID codes. We all wield dual weapons, so you should be able to find them easily. For the dead, I'd appreciate if you could retrieve any personal articles you find. Of course we would. See what that news was that we got from our inbox. Well, as you're aware, our recent large-scale offensive ended in crushing defeat with the loss of our your patriots being a particular point of deep regret. Long will be remembered. Okay. Long will we remember their brave sacrifice. However, do not lose hope, for the truth is that we, humanity's great army, still possess the upper hand. Go forth and fight for victory, not just for your sake, but for the sake of the fallen. Glory to mankind. And then the one telling us that now was our time for victory. Nothing from 9S. Interesting. Painful to look at, isn't it? You dude. Anything? No. But to upgrade, Phoenix Dagger we can do. Type 40 Lance. Let's do the Type 40 Lance. And Dagger 1. See, it's going to be hard for us to get anything else to max. Just because. I mean, I can go to the other guy and I can get that, the Type 40 Lance done. But that's it, I think, isn't it? Oh, I can do the Phoenix Sword as well. I mean, the Virtuous Treaty would be ideal, wouldn't it? Need another pristine cable for that, though. Now at maxed. They're both rubbish, aren't they, compared to what I've got? Well, not. They're probably better once they're upgraded, but we'll see. Again. Alright, let's go see what's happening outside. Although I am going to, at this point, quick save it, and then we're going to create a new save here. Cool. Now, I just need to run to the toilet, and then I think I'm going to have some food. So, whilst I do that, if you guys just want to chill out, I'm going to put the Be Right Back screen on. So, I will be back soon. Thanks. Hello guys, I'm back. I've had my burger, and chips, fries to you in America, and now we're back in the Nier Automata as nines. So let's go. Let's see. There are no more missions to do here, are there? You're a shop. You're the commander. There is a mission to do back here. I knew there was. Need to go around. Nothing over here though. No. Just a lot more sparsely populated these days. What a beautiful sound. I could listen to this all day. Sure. You. I haven't seen you for a while. This probably comes no surprise by more packages that need to come out of storage. Will suppose you lend a hand? Of course I will. Really? Thanks so much. Supervisor's a real hard ass, so if it doesn't get done, I'm a dead man. Just grab all the stuff I need and get out, okay? You can get the goods? Of course I can. Thanks a million. There we go. Puzzles. So. I mean, there are some things that I just want to get here. I can't pull, I can only push. So I mean, obviously I have to push this down, right? I push this along, and then I push the next one up. I then push this one down. I get to the box, and I also get to the thing up there. Then how do I get... Is it as simple as it seems to be? No, it's not, is it? Oh well. We'll get the stuff we can get. Trying to work it out in my head as if there was another way to do it, but I don't think there is. The only other thing would be to push the top one along, and then that one left. But how would that help anything? It wouldn't change anything. Okay, I've got one of them. Squeeze through. Then surely just push this down and I can get that box too, right? Is this as easy as it's seeming? Or am I about to realise why I failed?
That should be everything.
Alright. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, that was super easy. I don't know what was confusing me. Got the packages? Oh, thank you. Sorry, there's pretty bad shit. My supervisor came in and he wrecked it. Seems like I'm having to clean up after it. Anyway, here's your payment. Couple of elaborate gadgets. So useful upgrade materials. 100 quid just laid on the floor. Okay, so we're not going to do all the side quests, I don't think. We're going to get through as much of the main story as we can. Well, obviously we're going to finish the main story, but I mean the main side stories and endings. I want to get through Emil's if possible. I don't know if it is at this point though. Wait, it must be, right? No? Is it? Yeah, this big tower's locked down hard. Better get in there though, see what happens. Yeah, I want to get Emil's. I want to know more about Devler and Popular if we can. Obviously, I'm thinking you get A2's stuff just as standard. A lift in the middle. Sorry, an elevator. Suddenly a new side mission has appeared behind me. Is it another, Yes, I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Let's do that then. Yeah, I want to get more about Devler and Popular. I want to get more... I want to get Neil's thing, because Neil's thing's really cool. He stepped out, said he had to make a delivery. Thought he'd be back by now, honestly. Maybe you can check up on him? Sure. There's a female resistant member stationed in the desert who might know where he is. I saw an article today that someone had written. I don't know if it was a full article or if it was just a tweet linking to like a... Sorry. Linking to like a blog post or something. Wondering why Alita Battle Angel has breasts. Why is an android female? You hate to see it, don't you? People like that. But they exist. We can't just pretend they don't, I suppose. So, where are we going? We have to go down to the beach. Oh, together the keepsakes. That's the main story. That's over on the beach. I keep saying beach. There is no beach. The fuck is the beach? There's a quest. The back of the castle? Come on, let's pick up those little side quests while we're here. And then we'll go do... well... Actually, you know what? No, we may as well just get the tower because we might have to backtrack otherwise. I know I can't go in. It's not just like this is end game right now. Can't hack it. So these.
Query. What is the motive for a machine life form to provide such an announcement?
There's no reason for any.
Good question. They're... That's not 100% true, Nines. Gather the keys, open the door, into the tower, get to the top. What?
What's that?
A voice message from the enemy system.
Yeah.
They're just messing with us.
So we need to go get the keys from those. Welcome. Why am I running a shop like this? It's a really long story we don't have time for. How about you buy something? Still nothing I really want here. Might get 2 of those, then I can combine them. Or should I name check on the receipt? Don't really think I need a receipt. Your brain scan complete. 9S, is it? Hope to see you again. Okay. Alright. Now we can't get all the endings because one of them I think you need to be on the bunker to do.
Hey, Bob.
Maybe wrong?
Rundown on what happened while I was resting.
Affirmative. Relevant data concerns the massive facility you just accessed. It appears to be machine-related in origin, though further details are unknown. Additionally, the large structural units launched from the facility have been detected in multiple areas.
Structural units?
Said units were marked as goals earlier. They are believed to be so-called resource recovery units.
What do these units do?
Unknown.
Where's A2?
Unit 18's position and current status are unknown.
That's not strictly true, is it?
Put the positions of those units on my map, will you?
Proposal. Unit 9S should state its intentions.
I'm going to wipe out the machines.
With the bunker destroyed, previous orders to your ideas will be suspended. Proposal. Rendezvous with resistance forces and confirm chain of command.
I don't care about chain of command. I have more now. I'm going to kill every last machine. And then I'm going to kill A2.
So he and A2 are kind of similar place. But Nines is a little bit behind her. Experience, never bad. When I get back, I have to remember to check my, whatever they're called, chips.
Why do you think that is?
We'll just make that hacking bit a little bit quicker, won't it? Perfect. Doesn't make the minigame easier, it just makes the actual hacking quicker. Which is itself worth it, I guess. Forget why I'm here. Oh, there he was.
Alert. This is one of the resistance members we were asked to locate.
I was afraid we'd find a missing person who locked us.
Analysis. Repeating transmission methods indicate the resistance members are attempting to retreat from battle. Analysis of formation rules complete. Marking locations on map.
Might be. What's the dog tag? That's not relevant to us right now. No, if I can, I want to try and do a meals, but I might be too late already. Yeah, Devil or Poplar I think we get anyway, but I'll double check. Don't think there's any other major endings or plot points that are interesting to see. Besides the obvious. I don't think there are. No, I don't think there are. I mean, we'll learn about the commander a little bit. We'll learn about the resistance camp. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. If we can just get Emil's, then that would be ideal. So where are my objectives now? We've got gathering keepsakes over there, and one in the factory. So then the main story over by the forests. So I think we're probably best off heading over to the factory, doing that, transporting back over here, and getting that one. Then we'll go to the Forest Kingdom, do that side quest, and upon returning, do the main story. So we're getting dangerously close to the end of the game. We're not quite in end game just yet, but we're getting there. And it's weird, we've put I've put a good 20 something hours into this. 26 is it now? 26 hours nearly? It's weird that we're getting to the end of it. And because we're getting into the point of the game where spoilers are abounding, there's only so much I can say at any time. Because it's always about to reveal something, so all I can think to say is, oh, this is going to be amazing when you see this. I actually know if I'm allowed to go over here. I think the game might stop me. I don't think it will. No, surely it won't. Will it? I don't know. Let's find out together. Some natural rubber. Wait, is it just there? No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the scanner. I was hoping it was going to tell me. Yeah, there he is. Oh, that's way easier. Yeah. The dog tag. Let's head back up. So this is the point where obviously we had the initial game with 2B where we're obviously very human-like androids, but with a few obviously mechanical things that mostly used for jokes, things like the emotions are prohibited jokes. but that then we slowly start to learn that the machines are also very human in a lot of ways. We're now at the point where well, after that we then get 9S as we start to find just how human a lot of the robots are. We start to see the backstories of Adam and Eve and the beautiful robot in the theme park. And you start to see that they're very closely resembling humans, particularly human stories. So then we go to, and it ends obviously with the big reveals about the nature of what's happening in the world and how fucked everything really is. Well, then we get into 2B's other part with the battle against the robots when we see 2B's demise, the introduction of A2. And so we're now at the part of the game where we're starting to get the kind of the meat of the story, where all the main characters are present. They're all, and we're starting to see their memories, their stories take shape a little bit more. Thought I could hear him. Fucking idiot. And his story is another one that's really worth telling. It's why I want to see that ending. But this is where we get to start to get more. So if the first one is kind of like world building, I guess, the second one is more padding out that world building. We're now at the point of not world building anymore. We're now actual full-on characters, individual storylines, and lives being played out. Just die. See, I want to hack that quickly. You may hear a lot of background noise right now. It's coming from upstairs, it's not my fault. Nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. Bear with, hopefully it will end soon. But yeah, we're now into the proper meat and bones of the story before the very end. The wrapping up of everything else that happened. There's probably a quicker way for me to get here, but I didn't do that. I did this. Pod really scared me then. It looked like some kind of monster was following me. But just a pod in its weird shape. So as a result of that, I can't really talk too much because it's the story that's unfolding in front of us. Okay. So I believe this is now activated, is it? Or do I have to kill everything else in the room first? I'm sure I don't have to kill everything. We'll pray for Torino. And retrieve your body. Some good bonuses already. Die. So this thing is a full-on mini-boss. But it doesn't appear to want to come alive just yet. And I don't remember how I make it come alive. So this isn't ideal. I don't think I have to just do this though. I don't remember. We'll leave it. But why are the machines in the feedback now zombies, I wonder? What a strange thing to have happened. Where is this signal? It's in the desert. So I need to head over to the desert really, don't I? I'm going to run into the theme park this time and get the use the fast travel thing. That's what I'm trying to say. It will be the fifth one. Okay. Zombie robot. What does it mean exactly for a robot to be a zombie? Does it think? Yeah, does it count? That's why the dude who gives us the puzzle things was, isn't it? Well, I'm tired. I've been at work all day before I started streaming, so sorry if I'm a bit slow. Jackass. Delivery guy? Yeah, he was here. Brought me a water purifier, which I repaired and gave back. Took out the storage facility. Tell me he's still not back? Storage facilities over the city ruins. Keep it safe from enemy attacks. Still be there for all I know. Let me show you where it is. Thanks. But I need to go into the desert now. Wait, I can't go into the centre of the desert, can I? Because that's where it was? No, that's a different thing. Ignore me. Sure you were. Is at this point that, in the early game I remember like everything that happens in order. It's at this point that I remember bits and there are moments and things that stick with me, but a lot of it I just don't remember. I certainly don't remember what order those moments happened in. So, as well as playing Call, what else did I do this week? Oh, I got back into Pokemon Go after all this time. I met someone online who told me about it. Been playing it for ages. Oh, why did you do it? I'm like, yeah, I did. But I haven't for a while. And they're like, yeah, why don't you get back into it somewhere? Okay. The fuck is that? Some kind of death tanks. Oh, I hate this one. Did pretty well, though. All things considered. I'm going to rescue you, whoever you are. outsmarted him. You kind of have to hack these, don't you? That's 2B. That's 2B. 9s. Ah. Hit the square one. I'm gonna die here, I think. No, I'm alright. That worked out. Damn it. Need to keep moving. Come on. Did it. Lucky, but did it. The hell? Oh well, machine core. Pretty good. Surely I get plenty of XP for doing this though, right? For fuck's sake. I'm gone. Okay. Maybe. Gone, solid gone. There we go. I hate it. I hate that one. I can't do it. Shit is this? How am I supposed to avoid them? I thought you were dead. Hit that one out of pure luck. Okay. Shit. No. Damn it. Failed. No, it sounds I went at the wall. Come on. Just do it. Do it, you big nerd. Ah. Fine, so quickly. Hit the blocks that hurt you too. I keep going into them. And a machine core again. All dead. Yeah. This way back's probably the fast travel point, isn't it? Oh, I'm not sure where we're going now. What's... What will be in it? What do we think? Amber. Fine. Useless. But better than nothing, I suppose. Always useless, better than nothing? I don't know. Nice and easy one. Everybody gone one fell swoop. And the noise has stopped. Hooray! Quick save, transport. Actually, I don't know where I'm going. We just had that discussion. Fuck. Alright, we are in the desert. We don't want to be in the desert. We have the main story there. We still have the one in the castle. Well, we have him. Let's go. Let's got the castle. Let's put the Forest Kingdom. Royal Chamber's probably going to be the fastest way. What time is it? 9:20. That's not too bad. I'll try and get at least these side missions gone before I go offline. It's been fun though. I miss this game. I miss this game even while I'm playing it. What sense does that make? So we're currently here. May as well upgrade a weapon or two while we're here. And then, I'm just going to jump straight down I think, because I can go right to the end of the castle. Just from here. Blacksmith's not around there. Happy to sharpen them if you would. I would do wish. Thank you, Mr. Minute. Alright, Type 40 Lance, Virtuous Treaty. That's what we want most. We then need black pearls, warped wires, stretched coils, dented sockets, memory alloy, and many of them. Meteorite shards as well, which I can get from the guy in the village. White sword. My master found that very long ago. He was a master craftsman who gathered 4 black and 4 white weapons. Spilled so much blood he sealed them away. Like wager in service of good you can find them. Perhaps. But I don't know where they are, so. Might switch to the Virtuous Treaty actually. This sword isn't really doing it for me, honestly. Yeah, I should probably be hacking, I know that. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to switch to the Virtuous Treaty, I think. I don't like it, using the Phoenix Sword. It's the only one that's over 1,000, isn't it? Apart from the Fan of the Twins. Okay, how does the game want me to get to this? Okay, it's directly above me. So jumping all the way down was probably a poor decision. Take your buddy. Shockwave +1. Pretty much the most useless thing they could have given me. We're just not going to fight if we can avoid it here. Floor above. We need to get to the floor above. Not too hard. If I remember where to go, which I should. Yes, I do. Take a small recovery. There you are. Or you're a unit. Some of you survived? Nines. Oh yeah, I heard of you. What used to call Nines. Yeah. I'm Forrest. Supposed to be still alive, Nines. You're Type 4 model, eh? You guys were deployed pretty early on, if I remember. Sure, I wasn't expecting to run into another scanner. Not after what happened at the bunker. So what are you doing here? Gathering intel. Your might be a thing of the past, but the resistance is around, so as long as my body works, I figure it should make myself useful. If you have any information about local enemies, you can share it with me. Not much I can do on my own. I'll give you everything I have. Reconnaissance squad. Handed over the enemy dead. Interesting. Comparing your data with mine reveals a number of individual differences between machines of late. Looks like the different regions have their own specialised machines. It's almost like the environment's affecting them somehow. But of course, that's absurd. Oh right, I should pay you for your trouble. Take this. Thanks, man. Do you mind if I call you Nines too, just like everyone else? Go ahead. Nobody calls me that anymore, though. Oh. Sorry, subject sit. Sorry. You're into new enemies. Quite look like you're dating. So, I don't remember what I need to do to get his quest complete. To be honest. I think I just have to keep fighting enemies and then going back to him, don't I? Well, there we go. I'm not going to bother with him very much. To be perfectly honest. City Centre. His is a long and arduous mission that I can't be bothered to do. I don't even think I could be bothered when I must have been because I 100%ed it, but it took me a while. Including one of the things is you can get a weapon that you can only get by fishing in the sewers, I think. It's just a pipe. It's completely useless. Right, so this guy... This should be around here, right?
This must be a resistant storage facility.
Ah, okay. That's what this is.
Alert. All silence detected from inside storage facility.
I'm smart. Tree sap. It's great. It's what I always wanted. So he's over there. I can't do anything with this other than push it straight into this gap. I think I'm going to have to run around to the back and push the thing down. Can I push it through the item? That's the question. I guess we'll try. If I can push it over that item, then it's easy. If I can't, then... well, shit. Yeah. Easy. Iron ore obtained. Now there's just the box in the top left, and then we'll free him from his prison. But he somehow locked himself in here. The fuck are you doing? Thanks a million. But could you do me a favour and clear a path? I hurt my leg trying to force my way out. Also, I'm pretty big, so we need plenty of space. Don't worry, I have made you plenty of space, sir. Is it you want this out of the way, is that it? Yeah, I think it was. That was blocking him. No, it wasn't. He was coming. Come on, you big idiot. Why is he wearing them goggles? I got trapped in there while trying to get everything organised. My supervisor tore through the place like a tornado and ended up boxing me in. Tell you what, I can't keep up with her anymore. God damn it, there you are. I haven't seen you in hell knows how long. Now I find you sitting here on your ass. I didn't tell you to keep the place organised. Yes, but you were throwing things all over the place and I got trapped. If something's in the way, just blow it up. It's not freaking difficult. But I don't have any explosives. Then build some. I mean, look at the crap around here. I could build 10 bombs with this. But there's no way to... Wah, zip it already. Time to teach you some goddamn bomb making skills. But I just work in storage. I don't know how to make a... Damn it. Even a lowly warehouse man needs to know how to blow things up. Sorry my useless subordinate caused so much trouble. You can have this. Not much I know, but whatever. Anyway, see you later. And Jackass's bomb recipe. Repair. Wait. I expected there to only be two objectives on here. Oh, main story. I remember. Let's get back to the resistance camp. Which is over there? Yes. I should know the map by now, but I really don't. And we've got some mail. You know what, let's have a look at that bomb recipe in the intel. I said I was going to try and keep up on these, didn't I? 3 AIM-11s, corpse of a suitable android, 5 cores for machine life combs, together with EMP attacks, adequate amount of bonding, container, I usually use a machine's head, but UVU. Disassemble and connect each unit to the helix, yank out the connector from the android's spine, and strip it with a file or whatever. Connect the cable and image, decode the machine life com cores, and embed the image units inside them. Mix in the bonding agents and reshape. Insert the combs it'll need to build explosive power. Then add some nails or whatever random shrapnel junk you have lying around. Alright. Accord's weapon shop. Accord is a character. Oh yeah, we have the Yora Council stuff on the server. Top secret project Yora. Enhance android morale. Yora is a comprehensive information project intended to enhance android morale. Its entry contains the circumstances that led to its proposal, as well as information related to operations conducted during its individual phases. Reigning androids searched for a way to revive humanity. They were unable to discover an answer, and humans went extinct by roughly 4200 CE. Afterward, the genes of gestalts and structural information of the remaining replicants were recorded and sent to a storage facility on the moon. The news of humanity's extinction was meant to be closely guarded secret, but rumours of the event eventually leaked out, so having lost one thing that they were programmed to protect, android morale began a precipitous decline. Concerned by this, Command designed Project Yora to lift the android spirits. First stage was spreading the word among them that humanity was not extinct, and the last remnants escaped to the moon. The deception was supported by installing a communications server on the lunar surface to send random transmissions. Said server was designed to be manned by as few maintenance personnel as possible. Though the dramatic alteration of the next generation combat unit project had been proposed by the time, new Yora models began to be manufactured. Official models were created following the implementation of data required from an experimental squadron and were then deployed to all regions. Certain members of the Yora operations staff, however, were informed of the full scope of the project. Those units were tasked to operate and protect the server on the moon. So that's the reason for it. Project Gift Stealth. And this is a little bit of the background in the original Nier. White Chlorination Syndrome emerged in 2003. And they were happening everywhere, basically. We read most of them when we got them. So humans were extinct about 7,000 years before this game took place. Yora, as an organisation, exists purely to deceive androids into continuing the fight against the machines in the absence of the humans who they are fighting for. It was all for nothing. Also, all the models were based on a single squad of experimental ones who they then chose which they liked. First tells me everything I want to know. They didn't make it, did they? No, I'm sorry. I see. This is what's left of their personal effects. Thank you. Now I'll just place these flowers with them. Flowers? Oh yeah, I'm just imitating an old ritual. The human race had many traditions when it came to mourning their dead. I know that may not mean much to us, but... well, I just want their souls to find some peace. That's the wish I'm putting into the flowers at any rate. Thank you again for your help. Can I admit something? I'm relieved that I was too injured to fight. I'm relieved because it allowed me to escape. That's normal. There's some meteorite there too, to upgrade weapons with. Now, you... I cannot still upgrade my pod even to level 2. It's very annoying. We bought everything, didn't we? Yeah. And fusing. Yeah. 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 I'm gonna fuse everything here. Critical doesn't matter, ranged attack will go. I know this isn't optimal, but I'm doing it regardless. Math stand I don't care about, range defense I don't care about, max HP up. +3, +4, and we got a +4 and a +5, so we can get another +5. We're good. Deadly heal. It's the same auto heal. We're getting these so that in the long run we will just buy pure axe and end up with way stronger versions of everything we're using. Hijack boosts. If you remember, I bought a bunch of the hijack boosts because I wanted them to be stronger. So, we can now get a +5 hijack boost. So with those we can now probably change what skills we have equipped. System are all in. What defense first? Max HP up. Auto heal +5. Deadly heal +5. Attack, we want weapon up. And we want support now, I think. No, hacking. That's what we want. Hijack boost +6. and support EXP gain. Can't afford that because we only have 7 left we could use. So we can get a drop rate up, we can get a fast cooler. Yeah, let's go with that. 10% faster. No, actually, you know what? No. Go with combusting and see what that's like. And that one we're going to equip. For Nagas. So main story. Where? I should check him every time, shouldn't I? Just to be sure. Didn't expect it, but it's fine. Oh, I also watched Joker the other night for the first time. I haven't seen it yet. Somehow managed to avoid seeing it. Not intentionally, must add. That film's the shit. Joaquin Phoenix is amazing. It's incredible how seamless and believable the transition was to the scene in the when he's in the studio. If anyone hasn't seen it, I'll just talk in code. Which is a proper like Joker moment, and that's a thing that wouldn't have looked out of place with Heath Ledger's Joker. But it's weird how seamlessly it transitions to that. It's going to take ages to run here, isn't it? I'm going to trust travel. Yeah, it's almost kind of like there were a lot of points that are meant to obviously be uncomfortable, and he plays the kind of psychopath type character, but quite well. I particularly like that they weren't heavy-handed at all with Robert De Niro, his character, and particularly with the people attacking him in the street and stuff is a little bit exaggerated, but not massively. You see that kind of shit happen, especially probably to clowns. Imagine that's an outfit that draws some ire. But it wasn't really heavy-handed about how horrible the world was to him and how aggressive it was. It was that kind of thing that when you're healthy and kind of happy with your life. Here we go. Sorry. What is that thing? How do I get to it? Not too bad. But yeah, they weren't heavy-handed with it. It was the things that happened to him are things that are obviously awful and shouldn't happen to people. But aside from the street violence, which kind of happens twice, Nothing that happens to him is out of the realms of ordinary. It's the kind of thing that we all have to deal with, something like that at some point, probably a couple of times, and that we all hate, but that you get on with and you're okay. But for someone who is mentally ill and depressed already, it's an eerily believable transition, and particularly for the. I think what they did really well, what makes it good, is that the Joker character at the end is perfect. It's Joaquin Phoenix is rivaling Heath Ledger for the Joker at the end. It's the Joker, but Heath Ledger's Joker is the same Joker throughout. He's the same character. What they really did well in Joker is Joaquin Phoenix at the beginning is Joker enough that the transition is believable and normal and is like natural, but also normal enough that he's kind of, you know, likable almost, but never quite likable, which is good because you don't want it to be the kind of, I mean, it's fine when things do it, but where it's a good guy trying to do his best and then horrible things happen to him and he just thinks, fuck it all, I don't care anymore. This is a guy who was never happy, and when he says it, he says that I haven't been happy my entire life. You look at him and you go, yeah, you probably weren't. You know, it's not one of them where, like, the guy seemed happy and he was enjoying himself and was, you know, dancing around, having, like, going on dates, you know, having fun with his life. And then bad things happen and suddenly decides, I've always been miserable, I've always been like, no, you weren't. You're full of shit. This guy actually really was depressed his whole life. And you can see that the things that become the staples of the Joker, like the laugh and the dancing and the kind of playing around, the stupid, sick jokes. Meatbox. That's never a happy name, is it? But yeah, the things that became the staples of the Joker were like coping mechanisms that he developed quite naturally just because he was tended towards like the kind of comedy, which is a really normal thing for people to like, especially when you're depressed. I did the same. While my mum was ill, I watched a huge amount of comedy. I remember the first time I felt normal was about like 6 months after we learned that she was ill. Up until then I was just kind of constantly depressed. The first time I felt even a semblance of normality was watching a YouTube video that I'd watched years before. A particular line that wasn't even that funny but just made me like piss myself laughing. Not literally, but you know, I may as well have. So yeah, for like a depressed person, comedy is, and you hear it, a lot of comedians are, or do have like issues with mental health for that reason. I think it was Robin Williams who has a quote where you find a lot of comedians have problems with like depression. The reason that they're funny, and he said that the reason why is because comedians are funny because they know what it's like to be that miserable and don't want other people to feel like that. Do you have to do this? Machine arm, need that. So yeah, the whole comedy thing and then being a clown for the same reason. It all feels very real and very believable. Probably should have remote controlled him, that would have been fun to try. Oh no, I do need him for this, I think. No, I can't. I just can't use him. Oh well, maybe he'll be there when we get to the top. And yeah, like at every point it feels like, because the worst thing you can do, the thing that Jared Leto does. In fact, you know what? No, Jared Leto ruined the Joker by just making him dull and kind of boring. Jared Leto's Joker isn't funny, which is the worst thing. There's like jokes like sending someone a used condom, but like, there's no joke there. This Joker is perfect for that because he's like the one the scene when he's in the TV studio with Robert De Niro is the best because he's looking through the book, he's like building up to the joke, then he's going like, yeah, knock knock, who's there? It's the police, your son was killed in a car crash. It is funny. It's dark humour, but it is actually a joke. Where sending someone a used condom is not really a joke. I'm going to repair you. Build myself a little robot/android squad to help me out here. And yeah, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is actually really funny. A couple of them he stole jokes for it. The whole when I told people I wanted to be a comedian, they laughed. Well, no one's laughing now. What? Oh, did not know this. Didn't know that happened. Interesting. The androids you hack can be used against you. That's really, really cool, actually. I didn't know it did that. Even now I'm finding things that are amazing about this game. Oh well. We can always kill them when they cease to be useful to us. But yeah, well, I was going to say, Jared Leto didn't ruin the Joker by doing it, but the worst thing you can want for a character who's as cool as the Joker, and let's face it, the Joker is the coolest character in the DC universe, by a long way, is by making it a kind of, like I said, boring story that he was a really nice, cool, funny guy, and then bad things happen and he just decides to be evil. And by having him be pathetic and crying and begging for help and stuff early on. Obviously there's nothing wrong with that in real life, but for a character like the Joker, you want him to be this kind of insane, crazy, bad motherfucker that he was when he's played by Heath Ledger. And even though most of the time he is just a mentally ill guy getting his ass kicked by kids and by these like weird Wall Street guys, he still feels, it feels like you can feel like it's like he's holding back because he's like, he doesn't know it that he's the Joker yet. To the point where it feels good to watch him in that final scene with Robert De Niro when he's doing that shit that he does, because it feels like he's finally like his real self. The real Joker is here now, and it's like he was trying to be normal and he was trying to be good. He was trying to look after people that he needed to, do what he thought was right. But he was always the Joker underneath. Just didn't kind of get it. He just wasn't acting like it at the time. I think it sums it up again. It has the really good line of, I always thought my life was a tragedy. It turns out it was a comedy. Which is the point of where I was always feeling sorry for myself and upset about everything that happened to me. Where now, I'm just going to do what I think is funny. Which is the point at which he becomes the Joker and the point at which he becomes awesome. Same character, same sense of humour, same everything, just now acting on it. And really, really, really cool as a result. So yes, I was late to the party, but Joker fully deserves every single bit of the hype that it got. It's a fucking amazing film. Fresh take on the Joker, but also extremely familiar. Also saw some really confusing comments by people before then, before I watched it. Certain things, I mean, obviously people who know nothing about it because they were criticising it all the way through, but the same kind of thing, white male anger bullshit. But the particular criticism that was in, obviously the kind of, you know, it's just incel bullshit, right, all that nonsense. But there was one criticism that says that, and then followed by the swerve at the end towards the Batman stuff, as if it was like just a film that could have been about anyone that then suddenly becomes a Batman film at the very end. Well, I don't even understand where that came from. Where the like lone gunman argument that they're like justifying mass shooters or whatever is obviously nonsense, but you can see, you at least understand the thought process that they for some reason decided to take to get to that. I don't understand what they're even saying when they say it's swerved towards a Joker film, because it was as Batman as fuck right from the beginning.
Max,
Mom, yes.
fire.
See, I'm glad the Joker wasn't made into 9S right now. Go back to A2, shall we? Here's the A2's memory region. It's combined with 2B's data. Currently monitoring progress. To analyze effect. Hold pod 042. Issue detected in your conversational functionality. Numerous machine life forms whose network functions were destroyed remain out of control. Please take caution. Affirmative. But yeah, it was always Batman as fuck right from the beginning. It's set in Gotham. It's a very... I mean, Gotham is just New York. It always was. But it feels like Gotham. It feels like the people feel like Gotham. The city, the politics feel like Gotham. Obviously the whole thing is about Bruce Wayne's father running for mayor. Guess we got the resistance camp then, huh? I'm gonna go there because I clearly have to be outside the resistance camp for the mission. But yeah, the whole story was very consistent with the Batman film. I don't know where that complaint even came from. Maybe I shouldn't pay enough attention to those people.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
Usual lock keys, lock lights.
Hmm.
Don't too late
know.
on the early tomorrow.
Hey. So this is going to bed. Emil, would you fuck off? Yeah, really good film. And when I say they weren't too heavy-handed, oh. Oh yeah, it's gone little next 80. Like this, she's got a little thing under her head as well. Looks like it's a separate part. Let's let Pascal live, shall we? Of course why not. Maybe that was the 2B in us. I've never killed Pascal there. Does it make any difference to anything? I think it does, doesn't it? No, I want a weapon. Hey, Anemone. Number 2, he's still alive. Sorry I haven't been in touch, Anemone. You survived, that's all that matters. But I feel that all of your fighting companions are long gone. I had to kill number 21 with my own hands. I'm sorry. No, it's... Oh, that's right. Did you know there was a Yora member here named 2B that looked just like you? She's dead. What? 2B's dead. I killed her. She was infected with a logic virus. Oh. Well, please make yourself at home in our camp. I'll have someone show you around. Not necessary. Her memories are contained in this sword. I see. You can go ahead and use her old room then. I'm in charge of the camp here. I'll make sure to tell everyone about you. Good old Anemone. Sounds like they've got some history though, doesn't it? Hey Anemone, got a question for you. Any chance you could spare a fuel filter? Fuel filter? I'm afraid our supply recently ran out. Pascal makes them for us, so you could pick one up directly if you'd like. Pascal? You know him? You trade with the enemy? His village is different. They never cost us any harm. No way, forget it. It may be hard to understand, but we forge an alliance and trade materials when the need arises. We can't be picky about how we reach our goals around here. And besides, we aren't so far gone that we kill machine life forms after they surrender. You've changed, number 2. The way you talk and act is completely different from how you were in the past. And you've become a true leader. I'm nothing compared to Rose. This is optional. Actually, Well, I have the records stored on that external drive. I thought I should preserve memories of the time we fought together. I also think you have a right to see them. You and I must never forget. I know. Then maybe we take a look at that, huh? You're a Pearl Harbor Descent Personal Record Part 1. I'll be back in a sec, guys. Just going to get a drink. Watch my chair for me. I have returned. Just get my chair sorted. Got a reclining armchair in case you can't tell. It's real comfy. So, we were going to watch the Pearl Harbor Descent records. My name is Anemone, and I lead the Android Resistance. This is a record of the battles I've experienced and my losses. I leave it here as a warning to myself. The machine life form attack lands far too close for comfort. I smell an acrid odour and know that some of my hair has been singed off. Anemone, retreat for now, that's an order. That's my Captain Rose. I obey her without hesitation, running from the front as soon as I take out a few nearby enemies. Feet flying beneath me, I leap into the hastily built trench where my resistance comrades are gathered. How many battles is this now? Same sights and sounds, the same struggle of attrition. My resistance forces play the same war on repeat with no end in sight. I don't even remember why we're fighting anymore, but I must continue regardless. I must continue until one side or the other is dead. This looks bad, Xion. What should we do? Calm down, Lily. We'll find an opening somewhere. You don't search for an opening, you make one. Dahlia, wait! I grab Dahlia's arm before she can flee the trench and turn to Rose. She brought us here after all. She must have a plan of some kind. But as the enemy horde closes in, Rose simply squints off in the distance. There's been a change in enemy movement, she says finally. Someone just started fighting over there. But that's not possible, stammers Margaret. We're all here. Margaret's right. There are only 9 of us left capable of fighting the machines. Captain Rose, Gerbera, Lily, Sonia, Erica, Margaret, Xion, Dahlia. And me. Anemone. We're all that's left of the 8th Descent Forces. The one that took place roughly 200 years ago. The uneasy Sonia pulls Xion close and chews on a loose strand of hair. I don't like it, she says. What if it's some kind of machine trap? I wait for a while, heart pounding until I hear the enemy fire lessen. Okay, I say. This looks like our chance. Let's pull back. Someone's fighting out there, Anemone, cries Dahlia. We can't abandon them. Oh, so you want to risk all our lives? Some stranger? Come on, we don't even know if there's mystery fighters on our side or not. That's not what I said. Enough, you two, barks Xion. The captain makes the final decision on this. After Xion speaks, all of us turn to Captain Rose. She looks us in the eyes and nods slowly before starting to speak. Gerbera, the enemy's heading toward the explosives we set up earlier, yes? Gerbera thinks for a moment. Now that you mention it, yeah, they are. A slight smile crosses Ross's face, yet she still looks perfectly composed. Good. Then if this goes well, we might be able to take them all out. I want all of you to leave this trench and get close to those explosives, says Rose. We'll let the blast take out most of them, then clean up the stragglers. Identifying our unknown mystery fighters can wait till we're done. No one objects to the captain's decision. The moment she issues the order, we all leap from the trench as one and re-enter the fray. When we reach the battle, we find what appears to be another set of androids dressed in strange black outfits. Before they even know what's happening, we detonate the explosives, kill the remaining machines, and turn our guns in their direction. Alright, I say to the strangers, start talking. Easy, says one of the mystery androids. We're on your side. My new model's rolled out as part of something called Project Yoha. Really? I say. We haven't heard anything about new models. I probably speak with more bluster than necessary, but I have to make sure they're actually on our side. I don't think they're lying necessarily, but I can't read their expressions thanks to the giant goggles they wear. And frankly, a little caution never goes amiss in the middle of a war. We learn that the 4 androids referred to each other as number 2, number 4, number 16 and number 21. They also aren't in a hurry to share much more. Our mission is top secret, one of them says. That's why you haven't heard about us yet. I slowly draw my knife in an attempt to gauge their reaction. So in other words, no one will know any better if I kill you right now. Stand down, Anemone, says Rose softly. No, cried Lily, she's right. We've all seen how quickly the enemy's evolving. Who's to say that 4 machines aren't just look human? My companions nod in agreement. This damn war has made us all suspicious. One of the strangers, number 16, I believe, draws a long knife from its sheath. If it's a fight you want, she says, I'm happy to give it to you. Before I can respond, Dahlia leaps in front of me with her weapon at the ready. This is it. We're going to fight. But just before the battle can erupt, the android called number 2 steps forward. Wait, she says. There used to be 16 of us, says number 2, but the others died during their descent. We're isolated and alone out here. Reinforcements aren't coming, and that means we have to finish the mission with the soldiers we have left. We don't need more enemies right now. What we need is allies. She finishes the speech with a soft sigh, as if trying to and failing to hold her emotions in check. I know that sort of voice. It's the voice of someone who still has hope despite all the odds. Chills. Obtained resistance rolls and resistance anemone. Let's hear part 2. According to the Yora team, there's an enemy server beneath Mount Carla. If we can take it out, we might finally gain some ground in the endless war. But in order for that to happen, we need to work together. After a bit of thought, Rose decides to throw in with the new models. It's a relationship that changes as time goes on. What are you doing, Dahlia? Just showing this idiot how weak she is, replies the winded Dahlia. Ha! Wheezes her opponent, number 16. You're obviously outmatched. The two of them are taking turns hitting each other. It seems friendly enough, as those things go. Plus, they've been doing it for so long now that both of them are out of energy. They likely couldn't punch through a piece of paper at this point. The rest of the group stares at the combatants and tries not to grin. Dahlia and number 16 seem to butt heads over the smallest little things. Maybe it's because they're so much alike. It's almost annoying how quickly muscleheads learn to like one another. Yeah. The rest of us converse as Dahlia and 16 continue to spar. We call each other by names that I gave us, explains Rose. I see, responds number 4. I thought it strange that you didn't use code numbers. She nods while she speaks, as though this all makes sense. Suddenly Captain Rose breaks out into a wide grin. You know what, she says? I think we should give all of you names as well. No, says number 2. It would be a waste. Rose eyes her warily. A waste? You can name me when the mission's over, she replies with a blush rises in her cheeks. I could tell her words also served as a wish for success. Alright, responds Rose. I'll think of a name for you by then. She knows this is a fleeting promise as most such things are. But it doesn't matter. Already I can see us growing closer to the Yora team. Well, my friends are growing closer to them at least. You're all being careless, I state, much louder than I intend. Luckily, the others either don't hear or decide to ignore it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not about to go against the captain's judgment, but that doesn't mean I'm ready to just lie down and trust our new friends. Ours is a solitary existence that has long since been abandoned by the moon. No matter how they cried, mourned or struggled, the voices of our departed comrades went unanswered. So how can they trust an elite squad of new models that you just met? What's wrong, Anemone? I hear Lily calling to me. She's likely concerned about me being apart from the rest of the group. Nothing, I begin. Before I can complete my thought, Lily suddenly opens her mouth and emits a terrible scream. Not going to actually scream because people are sleeping. Lily's scream echoes through the entire camp. It's heartbreaking, it's agony, it's horrible. She's infected, screams Rose. Lily's infected. We all draw weapons out of instinct as much as anything else, pointing them at our comrade as she continues to scream and scream and scream. We all know what's happening, we've seen it before. It's a logic virus, a machine weapon that hijacks android systems and overwrites their data. And since there's no known cure, it's also a death sentence. I need to show her mercy. I need to set her free. My finger rests on the trigger, I hesitate, and before I can make that final fateful decision, I hear a voice rise up from somewhere behind me. Stop, you can't do this, you can't just let your friend die. It's number 21. The girl I thought to be cool and composed beyond all measure was now pleading with me to spare Lily's life. What do I do? What the hell do I do? Lily said you were like a family to her. You can't abandon family, not before you exhaust every possibility. What can you do then? I'll use my power to erase the virus. That's impossible. We're all spat out what we were all thinking, but before we can act, Lily starts to send nearby comrades flying with impossible strength. I've seen infected androids before. I know how much damage they can do once the virus turns off their limiters. They'll fight and fight until they're utterly destroyed. Dahlia and number 16 rush into the fray, trying to suppress their former friend, but she swats them away like flies. How many of us have been infected now? How many friends have I been forced to put down? The heart I'm not supposed to have aches with the thought. It aches as I remember of all the identification numbers that have been retired. That's a good line. The heart I'm not supposed to have aches with the thought. When did I start giving them names? When did I decide I simply couldn't endure it any longer? Initiating reprogramming sequence. That voice, number 21, she's screaming something about reprogramming. I don't know what to do. I'm lost. As my vision slowly clears, I see number 21 inputting commands into her terminal, while number 2 and number 4 hold her down. They hold her as she writhes, and Rose stares at me with surprise. Oh no. I'm holding Lily too. You can see where this is going, can't you guys? 14th Machine War, Pearl Harbor Descent. The name of the mission entrusted to the Euro soldiers. Was there ever such furious gunfire, such bombings that continued without pause? Our target's the machine server under Mount Carla, and our situation is dire. We need reinforcement. Requesting deployment at once. Number 2 speaks quickly yet calmly, which is all the more remarkable considering the hostile army closing in on our position. But the command centre in the orbiting satellite informs us no reinforcements will be forthcoming. We're abandoned. We're alone. It's so easy to do from up there, from the satellite, from the moon. I'll do whatever's necessary, says Lily with a grim smile. Dahlia and Margaret quickly nod in agreement, as does number 16. They decided to join the rear guard, staying behind to be our shield, even though it comes at the cost of their own lives. Regardless, they all agreed without hesitation. For we in the vanguard would be joining them in death soon enough. Without another word, we turn our backs on each other and take up positions. We know this is the end. Dahlia and the others will buy us some time to reach the gate at Carla's Peak. Beyond what lies is an elevator, and beyond that is the server. If we can destroy it, we'll deal the devastating blow to machine life forms throughout the Pacific region. But as I notice number 21 scowling at the elevator, I start to have a bad feeling about the final stage of our mission. Go on, she says, I've got this. We crowd into the elevator as she begins hacking the terminal. She doesn't need to tell us what's happening. It's clear that the elevator won't descend all the way to the server unless someone stays behind to control it. Enemies incoming. They're almost on us. As I speak, I suddenly find myself leaping from the elevator, taking up a position at number 21's side. Almost as if my body's out of my control. Something's wrong. Something... I'll back up number 21, I cry. The rest of you take out that server. The doors close on my friends. The last thing I see is the face of my captain, Rose. She looks concerned. But then the doors shut and she's no more. That was the last time I ever saw them. But it's alright. I'm going to finish this one way or another. The only sounds we hear are distant explosions and the rasp of number 21's breathing. Thank you, she whispers, for staying with me. I look at her eyes and see the telltale red of a logic virus infection. I was right after all. I sigh softly as I draw my weapon. I've seen comrades infected before. That's why I couldn't leave her to die alone. The vaccine she gave Lily is already ineffective. The enemy has evolved. They studied number 21's patterns and developed a new resistance. No one can save her now. When the elevator reaches the server, begins number 21 weekly. Then I'll give you peace, I replied. The elevator moves ever lower, creating a countdown on number 21's life. How much time has passed? How much can possibly be left? Too long to wait, yet not long enough for regret. A massive explosion echoes in the distance as the hall slowly shakes. It's the final act of Lily and the others in the rear guard. They just overloaded their own fusion reactions. The sound of our comrade's demise slowly fades from our ears. As it does, number 21 reaches up and slowly removes her goggles. I'm glad I got to meet you, she says. Her eyes are so red, but not completely. There's still a little of herself left. And while it is... Don't worry, I say. I'll be with you soon. She smiles as my words reach her ears. As soon as the elevator touches down, I fire a bullet into number 21's brain. I watch the thing that used to be her tumble to the ground. I stare at the gun I hold in trembling hands. I press it to my temple. This will end it all. The war, my meaningless existence, all of it. It will finally be over. Unforgivable, 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 unforgivable. Your comrades sacrifice themselves and fight to the last breath. They feel suffering, they feel sadness, they feel pain and terror. And yet you would surrender now? Unforgivable. The voice is a battlefield curse, telling those who survive to see their mission through no matter what. It's another me, crying out. I scream at the top of my lungs and race down the hall. I'll show you. If you're going to push me, I'll show you. You'll only be satisfied if it ends with more killing. I leap into the fray with weapons in both hands. Here I am. Here I am. Kill me. As I scream, an explosion suddenly rises everything away. A soft wind touches my cheek. I smell fire. I smell ash. The explosion in the server room was powerful enough to take out Mount Carla itself, reducing the once proud summit to a smoking crater. The machines immediately drop to the ground and stop moving. I look out over the scorched earth. Lily, number 16. Rose, number 2. Are any of you? I'm the only one left. The only one. I was alive because I had been afraid to die. I begin to giggle. It's a mad thing, crazed even to my own ears. I'll join you soon. You promised to join us soon. How could I have said such vain, laughable words, such lies? I laugh. I stand in the smoke and the flame and laugh until I think my very throat will tear itself in two. I blink. Daylight drifts through the smoke. I've been standing here all night. My laughter finally depleted. I force myself to my feet. I'm the coward who stayed behind, the coward who lived. Now it's my job to carry on the will of those who fought at my side. Since I can't kill myself, I have to fight until someone does it for me. I'll endure every hardship. I'll kill every machine I find. This is my cross to bear. I walk slowly into the west, dragging my broken body along. Number 16, number 21, number 4. I'm sorry I'm still alive. But I'll be joining you soon as I finish some things up. So that's the story of Anemone and A2. How they came to know each other, what happened to them, how they ended up here. So like the Twitter guys say, no depth, no real story, no character development, just perverted girls, that's all. Fucking idiots. Right, I'm gonna have to call it there, because I'm up early tomorrow to go to work, and I think that's as good a stopping point as any, honestly. Let's check if we got what of that intel, what was worth seeing. So that's why Nine's got his ability to spew the logic virus. Number 4. Being cheerful helped morale, but when the combat got more intense, it was a decrease in spirit. As such, they were not deemed to be cheerful in future models. And then number 2. Took command of the squadron after initial captain number 1 was killed. Issued many questionable commands, she eventually formed a working relationship with the Resistance and destroyed the server. Possessed great growth and adaptability abilities, also deserted her post following the destruction of the server, and as of this moment has yet to be apprehended. R&D group is currently conducting further research to determine whether or not there have been issues with the model's personality settings. The missing experimental unit, now designated A2, will be handled by the E Division. The Type E Division. Rose. Android, carried by the squadron, the leader of the group of the Resistance. A war of attrition for over 200 years, destroyed by the robots. And Emily went missing shortly after the elevator hole. And as we knew, that's the story of what happened. They destroyed the fusion reactor and went. The destruction of the server struck a blow against enemy forces. The true purpose of the operation was to monitor and research how the experimental Yora units behaved during battle. This information would then be studied and integrated into new Yora models once the project were to proceed past the experimental phase. One note of concern has been verified that the black box signal of the experimental unit, Attacker Unit 2, remained live, due to the possibility of the unit being captured and compromised, and due to the unit's existence itself being a matter of the highest level of confidentiality. It's been decided that it's to be recovered and disposed of by the Type E Division once that group is fully operational. Still have more questions. That message in itself makes you upset, doesn't it? Okay. Just wanted to check that was the same thing. It is. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to leave it here for tonight. We learned a little bit about the history of them. We learned a bit about the characters, how things came to be how they are. And we still have much to learn, clearly, because we've just been introduced by the Type E unit. That we don't know who they are or what they're going to be doing. But it sounds like they're going to be disposing of our character A2. So something to look forward to next time, guys. In the meantime, I shall quick save how do I do this so that it doesn't corrupt my save title screen? So yeah, thank you for watching, if you did, which obviously you did because you're here watching now. That's silly. Thank you for watching if you watched before or during. I'm enjoying Nier Automata. This is my first time streaming to multiple sites at once. I have no idea what's happening on any of them. I haven't been watching any of it. Hopefully one of you watched at some point or left. Actually, hope you didn't leave a comment, because then I'll have missed it and that'll annoy me. But for now, yeah, we're going to try and be resuming regular streams again. I don't know how regular they're going to be because we've got stuff going on at home as well. We're going to try put videos out more often. It's just when we get time to do it, which hopefully will be coming more regularly. I don't know though, honestly. It could be less, could be more. Just enjoy them when they come. I'm definitely going to keep doing Nier Automata though, probably every Tuesday. I think I'm going to stick with the Tuesdays. And following Nier, I'm going to have a think and see what else we want to do. I've got Fate Extra that I kind of want to do, but I don't know yet. FF7 is one I've been thinking of. DS2... No, DS1. DS1 is the option as well. A couple of other stuff. Silent Hill 2 is also on that list. I thought that might be fun. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what I feel like. Follow us on Twitch, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Reddit. Anything you like. My links aren't here, but you can find them all in the description of everything that I just mentioned. Games of Babylon is what you're looking for. So I'll see you guys next time. Stay awesome. Yeah, I'm just going to steal PewDiePie's, I think. That seems like a good idea. Stay awesome, bros. See you next time.